So Baro has returned on Xbox One. He is on the Orcus Relay, which is Pluto. And yes, this is a gathering of Tenno, because as I record this part, he isn't actually here yet. Because on PC he was, what is it, 20-something minutes late? I don't know, people keep standing in it. But yeah, he's about half an hour late. Anyway, on Xbox One, he's on the Orcus Relay, which is Pluto. On PlayStation 4, is it Kuiper or Kuiper? Because it's Kuiper. It's the relay on Eris, both of which are mastery rank 8. On PC, however, he is on the Orcus Relay, which is Pluto, which, considering this is his 50th time here, and it's meant to be a big deal. I mean, there's red text. The relay I was sitting on had red text saying he's on Pluto. The timer still had 20-something minutes left. It now doesn't. I have no idea what he's selling, however. I haven't actually looked. But he's on Pluto, and that makes it a mastery rank 8 relay. Why would they do that? Anybody who's lower than that won't be able to get whatever he has. But on that, let's take a look at what he has on PC before looking over at consoles. 50th rotation. Something special. Okay, Sands of Inaros blueprint, standard thing, always has it. Why is this? Oh, never mind. Prime continuity, very useful. Oh, the fact that he's brought prime continuity and prime flow, and they're 150 ducats each. Okay, the prices have halved. First off, these are dirt cheap. If you need them, now's the time to get them. If you don't, now's the time to pick up a spare. Yeah. Same with the noggles, that's cheap. 35, it's pretty sure it's usually more than that. Shade, 185, Prisma Shade. The noggle statue is no biggie. The Mara Detron's 250. Wow, these are actually really cheap. Prime Flow and Prime Continuity cost more each than Primed Pistol Ammo Mutator, which is just not as useful. And yes, I haven't scrolled down yet. That's because I'm really hoping there's something special down there. Machete wraith. Moving on. The Nexus fur pattern. That's about the same price it is normally. Obviously, then you have the entire EOS Prime chest plate, shoulders, the entire armor set. The Prisma Arrow. That's a skin, so you can put it on. That actually looks pretty cool. I like that. But I don't use bows that much, so I don't really get to see it that often. The sneeze is returned. Not sure if that's actually less or not. Pummel, which is pistol impact, full contact. Yeah, we're nearly at the bottom here, and basically the entire impact mod set. Should also point out, also seem to be about half the price. The syandana, I'm pretty sure that looked the same as the last one did. Also a lot cheaper. That's usually about Huh? What is this? Pedestal Prime. Anyway, we'll get to that. The kubrow armor. I did mention that this actually doesn't look that bad. It's just, well, it looks like the kubrow is wearing a VR helmet. See the way it kind of hugs around the side of the face, but the nose sticks. Yeah, that's kubrow VR. Plus, the collar looks kind of bondage type, like you've imprisoned it. Then there's this thing. I have no idea what this is. I will have to look into this. Vision of the Great. I don't know, but it's 1,000,000 credits. Is this something that he stands on, or something you put in the ship? Then there is... Oh, wow. Okay. They did say there would be a D-polarity mod. I'm really hoping that beneath this isn't that and there's something else, because there's still something left. That could be useful if you use cryo rounds. I do on a few weapons that have D-polarities. Otherwise, to be fair, considering it's 350 and some of the more useful ones, I mean 150 for primed flow. Primed flow and primed continuity, by far probably the best thing here so far. Really? Fireworks? So the special thing he brought is Pedestal Prime, which I'll figure out what it is in a minute, and primed Cryo mods, which is 165% cold damage rather than... I think it's 100 and... Is it 120? I have no idea. But over on console, weirdly enough, has the Prisma Gorgon, which is actually a fairly decent weapon. The Prisma Arrow you only have to buy once, it's a skin. Prisma Jet Sentinel wings and the Prisma Koi Sentinel tail. I've said how I feel about the Prisma Sentinel attachments before. They look good, but only if you leave them in the original colours, kind of like shade, unfortunately. Then obviously there's the Vermillion Storm stance, the Astral Twilight stance, and the Twmpo Royal stance. These are the 3 rarest stances to come across in the game. Fairly useful if you do need to pick these up. Vermillion Storm is kind of a but Astral Twilight and Twmpo Royal, the glaive and heavy blade stances, they are worth picking up. Vermillion Storm's more of a, I want to say a niche market, but it's still fairly useful to have around. There is also the primed morphic transformer, which is a Arcwing mod, primed target cracker, and primed pistol gambit. Pistol gambit is one I never thought I would use, but actually came in fairly useful. And of course, to round it all up, there is the Mantis Prisma Ship skin. And I'm tempted on going back to the Mantis because the health thing that it drops is useful, so I really regret not picking this up on PC. It's just a ship decoration. That's quite literally it. It's a pedestal to put noggles on. I'm just going to put him inside of that because now he's in a cage. I take it back, you can in fact put a noggle on top. It is a pain to do so, but it is in fact possible. And yes, that is Frost. I left Baro stuck in his little cage there. That it was actually that's 1,000,000 credits for basically a golden pedestal for 1 noggle. Just 1. I could understand if it was, that's why I'm saying if it came as 2, that you could put noggles on top of. I guess you could use it for things like the ornaments, the statues, the Ayata statue things. They could go on there, but yeah, I kind of built this monstrosity out of them instead. That's pretty much it. Obviously, the primed target cracker and pistol gambit that he brought over on console, along with Vermillion Storm, Astral Twilight, and Twmpo Royal, are very useful, so would definitely recommend those. On PC, the 165% cryo rounds versus the normal cryo rounds, which is only 90%, that's an extra 75% damage, is also useful. I did eventually pick up another pedestal as well, so I can have 1 on each side. Don't know why I did that though, because it's a lot. I do think the 1,000,000 credits for it was just a tiny little bit too much, because not everybody has that kind of money to waste on something like that. And I won't lie, I did really hope that he was going to bring a new weapon, because it has been a long time since that. But it wasn't an all-out bad bring, to be fair. He's brought worse. But if you did happen to miss this, don't worry, things he brings will rotate, so if you don't manage to get in the next 2 days, why aren't you running? Yeah, he will bring the stuff back eventually. It's just you may have to wait a month or 2 before he eventually brings it back. But the detron is probably, I wish I had that the magnetic rounds mod for that now. Anyway, we'll leave this off here for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch yous next time. Why did nobody turn up this whole time? That's just weird.